Hello, I'm your host, Will, for The Unexpected List. With me is my only contestant, as always,
Sarah.
And what we do here is I give Sarah a topic, and she gives me the first 5 board games that come to mind with that topic. Today's topic, smiles.
Oh.
All right, we're back with Sarah's unexpected stack. Sarah, what's number 1 for smiles?
So again, these are not in any particular order, but one of the things that I thought about in trying to pick games is what games made me, well, smile, what games made me happy, joy, and also in some respects laughter. So a lot of these are actually games that I used to play with my coworkers at lunch. It was always a nice break from the day, and it was just so much fun to see them just have fun, and so it always brought a lot of smiles to my face.
Okay.
So one of them being, if some people may not recognize, this is a version of Love Letter. I've had several versions.
One of the first in the U.S., right? For AEG, because it came out elsewhere.
Oh, yeah,
first, and then they brought it over as this version.
Right. And I'm not exactly sure if the red velvet bag was the first, but I think so because it was in the line with the Tempest line.
Yes.
And it has the logo thingy on the front. Anyways, so much fun with my coworkers when we just, had 4 players, which sometimes we had more than 4. And it was just so much fun. It's such a light deduction game, and you can just get into so many interesting positions, and it's just, especially because sometimes my coworkers wouldn't pay attention. So it'd be like one person would guess, oh, are you a princess? And then the next person would say the exact same thing, and you're like, didn't you just hear someone else said that?
Yes.
So this just brought a lot of smiles to my face, seeing how much fun. Because also I would say, for the most part, I don't like deduction games.
Yeah.
But this one really works well.
And it also kicked off a big craze for the 18 card.
Yeah, the whole micro game craze was because of this, and I don't think any ever came out that really rivaled this.
In its popularity. Because they also did a whole bunch of versions.
Yeah.
Too.
I was about to say, I think the Batman version might be my favorite because of the variant rules that make the game a little faster.
And it didn't come with a little bat symbol.
Yes, it did.
So,
Love Letter.
That's number 1. Number 2.
Cardline Animals, also one I played a lot with my coworkers.
This surprised me.
You're surprised as to why this would bring smiles to my face.
Well, we've played Cardline before, but with me around, I've never seen your reaction.
Right. Usually you and I play, and it's just you and I.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things that, I should have picked another game. Damn it. Sorry. There's a 6th game that I would love to bring up, but okay. Anyways, because there's another one that's, all right, let's move on to Cardline Animals. All right. Okay.
It's unexpected.
It's unexpected. I keep thinking of more things. Because with Cardline Animals, you can pick 3 aspects.
Yes.
Size, age, weight.
Yeah.
Usually we'd pick size, but sometimes when we pick the other ones, just how shocked people were, it was funny because people are like, no, that thing, like especially how long.
Yeah.
Some of those small insect things, you're like, oh yeah, that's got to be a couple of days, and it's like this insect lives 2 hours, and you're like, wait, what? So it was kind of just.
And this other thing, 10,000 years. Like, oh, jeez.
Or when we would mostly play size because that would be what most people were comfortable with.
Right.
But then you'd get to wait. How is that thing bigger than that thing? Because you're like, I thought, my grasp on reality was different than what it actually was. So while this didn't actually have a lot of laughs, it was still fun to see just
the exuberant joy of finding out, learning stuff.
Right. Because I tried some timelines with them, and timeline was hit or miss. card line was animals was the one they usually requested. And so for me, for having casual, having friends who are casual gamers at best, and there's something that they ask to play, that just makes me really happy.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Number 3.
Skyjo, the game that trolls the players. I'm just like, how can you not laugh at this game? I know it's a glorified version of golf, which you can play with a regular deck of cards. But the fact that it has the pre-printed, negative numbers, so you don't have to do the conversion in your head. And I do believe the card distribution is slightly different.
Yes.
This game is just so much fun no matter the player count, and I do believe
It goes up pretty high.
8, 2 to 8. This is fun 2 to play 2 players. It's fun 8 players. It's fun all player counts in between. Now this is not one I could play very often with my coworkers because it's a longer game.
Yeah.
When we play, we usually just play one round. You're usually supposed to play up to whoever gets to 100 points first. Triggers the end, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, and they lose.
And then whoever has the fewest points wins. So we'd sometimes just play a round of it. But anytime I've played this with anybody, this has just been hilarious. It's like, oh, I don't want that. And then the card you flip over is like the same card. And you're like, damn it. That kind of thing.
Now, I know there is another Skyjo version with actions.
We saw it blip on Amazon and then blip right off before we could make an informed decision on whether to buy it. And it's never been reprinted as far as I can tell.
Yes. I just love the description on this game.
Oh God, yeah, on Amazon.
It's like, you happy fun time with game and cards, and it's like, it's terribly written.
For adults and kids or
Yes.
something. Yeah, the description on Amazon is simply terrible. But it seems to be the easiest way to get it and affordable.
Yes.
So, love Skyjo.
Okay, number 4. The smiles keep coming.
Ghost Love Candy. I'm sorry. I know this is
2.
2. This is the second, second evolution. It's the evolution of it.
Yes.
How can you not smile at both the ghost cards and the kids that you're sadly making sick, but you're just trying to steal their candy? And
She doesn't like children, and it makes her smile.
this is one of the few what I would holiday themed games that I would play any time of the year, just because it's so friggin' cute. I'm not great at playing, but I don't care because it's just so much fun. And I always smile when playing this game. So, Ghost Love Candy 2.
And another friend designer.
Oh, yes,
Danny.
yes. Danny Devine
Yep.
designed this. So, again, always love to support.
And he did all the artwork.
Yes, and he did all the artwork. So
It's a one-man show.
Talented man. Definitely very excited that this got a new life since the first edition kind of got slightly sidelined.
But then it got picked up by Steve Jackson.
Yeah,
they didn't do much with it.
Yeah.
And then this one finally knocked it home.
Right.
'Kay.
Still waiting for the vegetable expansion, though.
Okay. And number 5.
And number 5, not the last, I will briefly mention one other, but Lucky Numbers. This is one that took us by surprise. We first played it on Board Game Arena because friends said, hey, let's try this lightweight little game for our iGame nights, just to have something, light and casual. It is so addictive. Also slightly trolls the players. Not
Yes.
as bad as Skyjo, but also. So you're just trying to get these numbers on this grid under certain conditions, and whoever fills in their board first wins. But it's just so addicting to play. It's so fast to play. We've played hundreds of games at this point. I know our friends who taught it to us have played hundreds of games. This is one of the few games that we played on Board Game Arena first and then bought our own copy.
Yes.
I mean, the other month...
I think our friends bought 2 copies so they could just play with more players.
Right. And when we had a power outage about, I don't know, whatever, earlier this year, we played it in the dark, 5 games in a row, just because we're like, we need to spend some time doing something and not thinking about how our power is out. We played this.
When in doubt, lucky numbers.
Yeah.
The other nice thing is BGA taught us that you can even throw in extra variants.
Yes.
And so one of the variants in there is called Bruno, so we even started playing that with our physical copy,
Right.
even though it's not even mentioned anywhere in the rules.
I don't know. I'd have to look, but I don't think it was.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
The other one, I probably should grab the box, but I'll just mention it.
Special mention.
Special honorable mention. And I want to make sure I get it. Yep. This game goes to 11. I have talked to people who absolutely did not like the game. And unfortunately, I believe it's out of print. But it is one game that if you play it with a higher player count and with the right group, it is simply hilarious. Never gone a game where it just hasn't been, I don't know, just people laughing at it.
Yeah, you just had the perfect game group,
yes.
perfect experience.
Yeah, I played it with my coworkers. They just absolutely had a blast with that game. Again, simple game, but just and it gave them the permission to be mean, and it never felt mean.
Right.
Like, because you can do certain actions that really mess up other players, and then you could try to get revenge, but if you focus too much on the person who wronged you, someone else is winning. So it was always so neat to see how much they enjoyed it and brought a smile to my face. So, honorable mention, this game goes to 11.
Yes. So our question to you is, what is your game that games that comes to mind when you hear smiles? Put it in the comments and we'll see what it is. Yeah. And you can do as much research as you want, just not Sarah. She's not allowed to. And this has been the Unexpected List. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with Two, that's TWO. We're on Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Discord, we have a channel on Tabletop Express. Check the show notes for the invite link.
If you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.